I started feeling stressed and overwhelmed by my house. There were little areas that were really starting to bother me, and little pieces of junk and clutter that kept accumulating on my desk or the counters or just any even surface that I could put something on started to feel like a landing zone or a drop off area. And that's when I knew it was time to declutter. It wasn't just the spaces that you could see. I also just had on my mind all these to-do lists and things that were bothering me and things that I just didn't want to get to and didn't feel motivated to touch. And that included these shelves and cabinets and areas that just needed to actually be organized. And really, the organization was just going to come from getting rid of extra things that we didn't need and creating systems or homes for everything that I did want to keep. And I really started a somewhat of a minimalism journey or whatever a couple years ago, last year, and I've been slowly doing some like huge declutter projects. When we moved into this house last April in 2023, I had done a huge declutter and got rid of a ton of stuff before we even moved into the house, but I still have accumulated things and I still needed to do more decluttering and more work on that, and I'm going to continue to do this. It's not just one time you do a big declutter around your whole house and everything's magically better, but every small step does make me feel better, and I've really noticed the change in my feelings, my stress levels, my, I don't know, chaotic brain and my capacity as a stay-at-home mom. I've noticed that things get easier and better when I do feel like it's organized and minimal. I don't like having a lot of clutter around, and I'd rather just get rid of things than try to be sentimental or try to keep things around that maybe someone gave me, or maybe it's for the kids and they might want it later, or whatever reasons we come up with in our mind for over consuming and keeping these things in our home. I have really worked to fight against that. Then we went on a cruise a couple weeks ago, and I had a really fun time buying clothes for that, which is not in line with the new minimal thinking that I'm trying to have in my life. Obviously, I think it's fine to have fun and to enjoy picking new pieces for a fun trip and buying new clothes for my kids that they really did need in some ways, and then some were definitely a little bit extra. But at the same time, I am still learning. I'm still growing. I know that I want somewhat of a minimal wardrobe, and I know that I have a lot less than I used to. I know that I want to buy higher quality items and invest in maybe better brands than I typically would. I usually scour the clearance racks and just try to find things there, but at the same time, I don't think I'm ever going to be someone that's like a 10-item wardrobe, even though I kind of aspired to be that way when I first started diving into the minimal world of YouTube. But I like clothes and I like options and I like having, different things available to me. But things like spaces like this drawer in our kitchen, I did declutter our kitchen last year, and it's organized in a way that I do mostly enjoy, but there are some things that still bother me a little bit that I want to put some more effort into and make some changes to. So this drawer is our kids drawer, and it's definitely accumulated a lot, and mostly just things have been like thrown in there and they just need to be organized, because even though it's hidden in a drawer, whenever that drawer is open, it just causes me stress. So I knew I needed to pick that up, and there's a couple other just random areas in my house that I wanted to do that. And I highly encourage you that you can do this too, even just one drawer in your kitchen or one space in your home. Maybe it's your garage after the summer, maybe it gets really cluttered, or maybe your kids' room or your kids' toys, and that can be a hard one. Maybe in your closet, there's just a couple things you didn't wear all summer and you're ready to let go of them. I definitely feel like there's some sense of accomplishment and motivation, and you just feel good letting things go and releasing them. And from all the things that I've decluttered over the years, there's really only been a couple things that I've even thought of afterwards, and I still wouldn't say I regret getting rid of them. There's this one pair of jeans I really loved, and it got a little bit too big, so I got rid of them. And then now it's like, well, I could probably fit into them at different times because my size does ebb and flow a little bit. But I still don't regret it. It's okay. And I'm just going to make better decisions moving forward. And you can always put things in a box and then like a month later check the box and be like, oh yeah, I really didn't miss that. Or if there's things you actually did think of that you want to wear from that box, then you just grab them out of the box. But actually then donate it that month later, because if you just leave it somewhere, then it's really just still cluttering your home and your mind. So these are just some random thoughts on decluttering and random things that I've learned about myself and about trying to be a minimal mom. Being minimal is really a part of my homemaking style and something that I aspire to be. And I highly encourage everyone, I think anyone, whether you're trying to be minimal or not, could benefit from doing a quick declutter around their house and just taking a few things and donating them. We loaded up the car and donated things to Goodwill, and it felt really great. As I mentioned, my closet is one area where I am not going to be getting rid of too much in this declutter, but I did want to just go through everything. I got rid of a couple of things. I pulled this dress aside. I'm going to show it to my sister just because she does work, so maybe she would benefit from this dress. I, as a stay-at-home mom, have not reached for it. I didn't wear it to church at all this summer. I haven't grabbed it for probably a couple years, so I don't know why I keep holding on to it, except that when I try it on every time I'm decluttering, I'm like, wait, I do really like this dress, but I'm still not wearing it, so what's the point in keeping it? There is some organization I'd like to do in my closet. It still doesn't look like the prettiest, but since it's more minimal and it's not like overfilled and packed on all the hanging space and shelves, it at least feels a little bit more clean and organized, and that really helps. Same with like drawers. If my drawers start to feel overstuffed, I know that like I need to go through and declutter and refold and organize things, and it makes me feel so much better when I can just easily open and close my drawers. I don't have to stuff anything down, and it's all like visible. I can see what items I have, and I just really appreciate that. And I'm sure that would benefit you as well, especially as a stay-at-home mom or any kind of mom just reaching for your clothes in the morning. You already make so many decisions as a mom, like for your kids, for yourself, that it's really beneficial to not have to stress about a decision as silly as what are you going to wear that day. And getting rid of clothes has definitely helped me in that, because really the more options that you have, the harder and more stressful it's going to be. So in my garage, I wanted to show a little bit of a before and after. The shelves definitely got cleaned up a little bit. I could probably do more out here, but just had a few things that were already on my mind I knew I wanted to get rid of, and I loaded everything up in the back of our minivan and we took it to Goodwill. It felt so good to see the whole little pile that I was getting rid of and just be able to donate it the same day. And it made me feel so productive. It just really frees your mind and gives you more capacity and space to be the mom and homemaker and wife that you want to be. So, highly encourage all of you to do it. I also hope that you subscribe and stick around for more videos like this. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.